Made my save. Today I'm going to be talking about the paralyzed and stunned conditions on this episode of Conditions in D&D. These conditions are similar but have particular differences. Let's start with stunned. A stunned creature is incapacitated, which from before means they cannot take actions or reactions. They are also unable to move and can only speak falteringly. They automatically fail all strength and dexterity saving throws, and all attacks against that creature have advantage. Now for the paralyzed condition. A paralyzed creature, similar to the stunned creature, is also incapacitated. They cannot move or speak at all, rather than just falteringly. All attacks against them have advantage, and any attack that is within 5 feet of the creature is a critical hit. This subtle but distinct difference is huge, making melee attacks insane against paralyzed creatures, especially with half-caster classes like the Paladin, which can choose to add Smite during that turn when you know you're going to get off a critical hit, allowing for some insane damage. Both are not very common conditions, but are notably quite powerful. Examples how to get off the stun condition include the Monk's Stunning Strike, the Slimy Doom effect of Contagion, Divine Word, Power Word Stun, the stun effect of Symbol. Additionally, there are a few enemies that stun, such as the Varrock's Stunning Screech, Inok Devourer's ability, Mind Flayer's Mind Blast, Myconan's Pacifying Spheres, Ultragoth's Hypnotic Gaze, and precious few other creatures who have access to stunning abilities, though this is quite rare. Besides saving out of it, there are very few ways to end the stun condition, including the Aura of Purity and Power Word Heal. That's pretty much it. There are precious few enemies as well that are immune to the stun condition. Demi-Liches, Helmed Horrors, Revenants, and Swarm enemies are pretty much the only ones you really have to worry about when it comes to immunity to the stun condition, making it an extremely rare but reliable option to use against enemies. There are only 3 real ways as a player to get access to paralysis abilities, which are the spells Hold Person, Hold Monster, and Psychic Scream. Enemies have the Holder's Paralyzing Ray, some enemy poisons, Metallic Dragons, pretty much all of them, have Paralyzing Breath, Lich has a Paralyzing Touch, and pretty much just a handful of others. So once again, in both cases, paralysis and stun done both by players and enemies is extremely rare, including saving out of it. There are a lot more ways to end the paralysis condition, including Aura of Purity, Freedom of Movement, Lesser Restoration, Power Word Heal, and the Elixir of Health, making it a lot easier to end than the stun condition. There are more creatures that are immune to paralysis condition, but this is more predictable. Pretty much all constructs, elementals, and undead are immune to the paralyzed condition. If you're not caster, pretty much the only way to get access to a paralysis effect is through getting something like Carrion Crawler Poison. As long as you remember what type of creatures are immune to paralysis, it's pretty easy to figure out who are effective targets against it. Not only is this advantage on attacks, making them incapacitated, as well as in terms of paralysis, critting, it's also good for casters because they automatically fail all strength and dex saving throws, making spells like Fireball and Lightning Bolt that much more effective against them. Both are rare but very reliable options, considering so few enemies have ways to resist against this effect. There isn't much they can do to stop it, making it a very effective and high damage output way of getting rid of enemies. But again, when enemies have it, it is that much more dangerous. It is very hard to get out of. So make sure you have high saving throw bonuses, draw enemies away from the stun condition, and if they want to go towards them, punish them with opportunity attacks. That's all for today, folks. The difference between these two conditions is more clear. This is Sean from Dodec Dungeon, signing off.